Message for roofing sales guys. Running the whole roofing business is not as easy as it looks. Alright guys, wanted to talk to you about today on a lot of conversations that I have from time to time with sales guys in the roofing industry who quit way too soon. So we all know generally one of the constraints, or you can say, headaches of a roofing company owner is when the company starts to take off a little bit, right? You're doing some good jobs, 4 or 5 jobs at least per week. It's becoming a little bit more consistent. You got 1 or 2 good solid rock stars, right? You might have a bunch of guys, but 1 or 2 of them is starting to get really good, right? They're not just doing the bare minimum to stay on the team, but they're actually putting selling multiple roofs a week. This is when I think a lot of roofing sales guys make a big mistake. What happens is that they start doing a little better. So they're selling, maybe 2-3 roofs a week themselves, right? They're going out door knocking, doing their own thing. Okay. And then, God forbid, if they have to get a few from their network, that just adds spice to the fire. If they get a few from their, friends, family, or, network on Facebook, whatever it is, it completely blows the top off the lid. As if something crazy is happening and they go way off the rails, this is crazy, I'm getting 30%, 50% of the profit, and I could be getting the entire pie if I go out on my own. And then they look to quit, they get deranged, they don't feel like being in the company is their full potential. It becomes a whole internal battle, and even if they take some while to quit, they either drop their sales or they quit and then they realize they are kind of premature, or maybe they don't realize, they just keep, they suffer for a while. But the company lost a good person and they also lost a good opportunity. Here's how. First thing, if you had stuck around, right? Let's say you got with the company. They have good training. They have a coach. They're taking you under their wing. They're really teaching you, right? And then you went from selling 2 roofs a month to let's say 2-3 roofs a week. Great. You are adding a lot of value to the company, right? They should treat you well. However, here's the thing. At this point, you still don't know a lot of things. If you want to go start your own thing, what you should start doing is taking more responsibility within the company. A direct one above what you're currently doing is just trying to be a manager, right? Take things off the owner's plate. Oh, this guy is falling short. The owner has to now go take him and run more appointments under him so he can show him how it's done. Take that off his plate. I'll do that. I'll teach him. I'll groom him. I'll just do it for free. Don't even ask anything. Just do it so much that you teach and you're closing deals, that it helps the entire team. Until the owner's gonna they're just probably gonna give it to you. I mean, if they don't, then you can ask whatever, something hey, can I get an override or whatever it is, however manager works, right? My point is the skill is most important, right? Knowing how to transfer the skill of sales is very difficult. A lot of roofing companies, they can do in the millions. They can do $1, $2, $3 million. And then the sole reason they cannot scale above that is simply because they can't get salesmen to do their work, to sell consistently without babysitting them. That's literally what it is. So if you can get that skill while you're under that company, it's way more valuable. If you were to then go out on your own, you will not only know how to do sales and sell some roofs, you'll know how to go hire, manage, train other people, groom them to become also good at sales under you and under your management. That would be the very first thing I would do, because you're already doing sales. Why not just become a sales manager? You'll see it's not as easy as it looks. It takes some time to develop those skills. But let's say you did that. What would be the next thing? To be honest, if you can do that very well and you get 5 guys, 5 solid guys, and they're all selling roofs, multiple of them per week, I would say you're probably ready to start a company, because at that point you have enough hustle and training and you can understand the concepts well enough to teach others. You're probably a student of the game to a deep enough level to then go. But before I move on from this point, just remember, big difference between being able to sell some roofs and being able to manage a team of people who sells roofs. Huge difference. Okay, if you wanted to still go one more, then I would start managing the jobs, right? I think some companies already do this to their salespeople, right? They manage the jobs as well as sell them and stuff like that. So it depends on how your company is structured. If you're not, then I would start learning that part, right? Maybe you don't want to spend most of your time there because you're probably your income will then go down because that's a lower leverage job than selling. But I would start being involved in that, right? What does that look like? Like, trust me, just getting a random person from Home Depot and he has his crew is not gonna solve all your problems. You can't just like give it to him and they're just gonna show up on time, do everything beautifully, take care of the customers, and just like everything just runs. It's not gonna happen like that. There's a reason why there's so many people looking for work, and companies who do really good work and have reputation, a lot of times you hear the term that they have really good crews, right? That the reason why they have that term is because it's true. They've had to go through quite a few and get the ones that are really good and can keep the work at a good level quality even when the volume goes up. That's not as easy as it sounds. Although I would say many companies are able to do a decent job than you'd think, from what I see, right? Many companies that we come across now, granted, a lot of times we talk to companies that are already over $1 million, so they might have already figured that part out. So I don't want to, like make it seem like it's easy, but usually that's not a constraint in the business. However, that's very far from you not knowing anything on how to do it compared to you going out and like just being like, all right, I'm gonna start selling some roofs and give it to like random people and just grow this. Depends how you wanna play that, right? This is why I'm saying this one is a little bit more of a, depends on how you wanna, run it. Also, you could get a partner, right? If you know somebody that's like also in your similar level stage in business, in career, in life, and they also have a good track record of doing a really, really good job, right? Guy who's like kind of more of an OCD kind of guy. He wants to make sure everything's processed, everything is done, work is quality, the brand, the company, like everything's running smoothly, all the customers are happy and the job gets done properly, all of that kind of stuff. If he's like a fanatic about that, and you know about something like that, it might be better off just partnering. Then you can just focus, right? You can just literally take your skill. Like I got the skill right now to get 5 or more guys under me to all selling multiple roofs, and I can manage them. And then I can also sell a few by myself as I'm managing my whole team. And if I just do that with a partner who can scale with me and has the skill to, go in deep and figure out and solve the problems that's going to come up as the business grows, that a lot of times will go way further than a single person trying to figure out both. So that's my message. It's not as easy as it looks, right? Spend some more time. At the very least, try to be a sales manager. Try to be where the owner's almost afraid to let you go. That's when you know you're probably in the realm of the right direction. When you can feel that, wow, they're like giving you like clearly some extra treatment because you are that valuable, right? You are managing the entire team. You bring that to the table. That's when you can start just then to think about potentially going on your own. Not when you just started selling a couple roofs for the 3rd month.